Welcome back to Wainsider, where we peel back the layers of the squared circle to uncover the stories that hit harder than a steel chair to the skull. Tonight, we're diving into a saga that's been the heartbeat of WWE for years, a family bound by blood, torn by ambition, and now, on the verge of a seismic shift. The Bloodline, and at the center of this storm, Naomi, a real-life member of this dynasty. She's been quietly lurking in the shadows, but recent whispers suggest she's about to unleash a twist that could redefine the family's legacy forever. Buckle up, because this one's going to hurt. Let's rewind to 2020, when the Bloodline first emerged as a force. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, flanked by the Usos, built an empire on dominance, loyalty, and fear. It was more than a faction, it was a family, rooted in Samoan heritage, carrying the weight of legends like the Wild Samoans, Yokozuna, and Rikishi. The Bloodline wasn't just a storyline, it was a cultural touchstone, a testament to legacy. But every empire has cracks, and from the start, those cracks were there, hidden beneath the surface. Power is a heavy burden, isn't it? Roman's reign as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion was historic, but it came at a cost. The pressure to uphold the family name, to be the head of the table, was relentless. Every spear, every title defense, was a statement. The Anoa'i family was untouchable. But behind the scenes, the pressure simmered. The Usos, Jimmy and Jay, were expected to fall in line, to serve the tribal chief's vision. Loyalty was demanded, not earned. And that's where the silent resentment began to fester. Please like, share and subscribe for more WWE content. Enter Naomi, real name Trinity Fatu, married to Jimmy Uso and a real-life member of this storied bloodline. She's always been the wild card, fiercely independent, a former SmackDown Women's Champion, and never one to bow to anyone, not even Roman. Her glow, her charisma, her in-ring fire, it's undeniable. But within the bloodline, she's been on the periphery, never fully integrated into the faction's narrative. Was it by choice, or was she kept at arm's length, a silent observer to the family's internal wars? The bloodline's dominance wasn't without its toll. Jey Uso was the first to feel it. His internal struggle, torn between loyalty to Roman and his own ambitions, was palpable. We saw it in his eyes during those tense promos in 2020 and 2021. The "I'm out" moment at SummerSlam 2023 was a gut punch, not just to Roman, but to the entire family. Jay's rebellion exposed the fragility of their unity. And Naomi, she was watching, absorbing, feeling the weight of every fracture. Jimmy Uso, Naomi's husband, stayed loyal longer. He played the soldier, the enforcer, the one who took the beatings and still acknowledged his tribal chief. But loyalty in the bloodline came with a price. Jimmy's losses piled up, his pride bruised, all to protect Roman's reign. Naomi, standing by his side, saw it all, the sacrifices, the pain, the unspoken resentment. Did she start to question the family's hierarchy? Did she see the cracks widening? WrestleMania 40 changed everything. Roman's loss to Cody Rhodes wasn't just a title change, it was the fall of a god. The bloodline, once invincible, was exposed. Solo Sikoa stepped up, declaring himself the new tribal chief, but the throne felt hollow. Tama Tonga's arrival and Jimmy's brutal expulsion from the faction on the April 12, 2025, SmackDown episode sent shockwaves. Naomi's reaction on X, calling out the family drama, hinted at her turmoil. She was stressed, conflicted, but focused. Or so we thought. Naomi's journey since returning to WWE in 2024 has been a masterclass in reinvention. Her heel turn, her Money in the Bank cash-in at Evolution 2025, and her Women's World Championship win against Io Sky and Rhea Ripley showed a new side, ruthless, cunning, and unapologetic. She wasn't just glowing, she was burning. But every move she made felt calculated, like she was playing a bigger game. Was she laying the groundwork for something more? Something tied to the family she's bound to by blood and marriage? Naomi's feud with Jade Cargill has been electric, a clash of titans on SmackDown since Elimination Chamber. Their WrestleMania 41 match was billed as a defining moment, but Jade's dominance loomed large. Naomi, despite her glow, seemed outmatched. Speculation swirled that she'd need an edge, someone to tip the scales. That's when the whispers started. Naomi was planning something big, something tied to the bloodline. A twist that would shake the WWE Universe to its core. Imagine the weight Naomi's been carrying. She's seen her husband cast out, her family fractured, and the legacy she's tied to crumbling. The bloodline was supposed to be forever, but forever doesn't last when trust erodes. Naomi's been silent for too long, watching Roman's iron grip, Solo's rebellion, and now, the chaos of a faction without a leader. Her heart must be torn, loyalty to her husband, her family, but also a burning desire to carve her own path. We're at WrestleMania 41, the grandest stage of them all. Naomi vs. Jade Cargill. The crowd is electric, the stakes are sky high. Naomi's fighting not just for victory, but for respect, for her place in a family that's overlooked her. The match is brutal, back and forth, with Jade's power overwhelming Naomi's speed. The referee's distracted, the crowd's on edge, and then, it happens. A figure emerges from the shadows, hooded, menacing. The arena holds its breath. The figure slides into the ring, a steel chair in hand. Crack. The chair slams into Jade Cargill's back, dropping her to her knees. The hood falls, and it's Tamina. Tamina Snuka, a real-life bloodline member, a forgotten warrior of the family, standing tall beside Naomi. The crowd erupts, some in cheers, some in shock. Naomi capitalizes, pinning Jade for the win. But it's not the victory that lingers, it's the reveal. Tamina, Naomi's enforcer, has just changed everything. The bell rings, but the story's just starting. Naomi and Tamina stand over Jade, unapologetic. The WWE Universe is buzzing. What does this mean? Naomi, once the outsider, has brought Tamina back to assert their bloodline ties. This isn't just a win, it's a statement. The bloodline isn't dead, it's evolving, and Naomi's leading the charge. But at what cost? The family's already fractured, and this move could deepen the wounds. Backstage, the air is thick with tension. Sources close to Wainsider report that Roman Reigns was blindsided by Naomi's actions. He's been distant since losing the title, but this feels personal. Solo Sikoa, now leading his own version of the bloodline, sees Naomi's move as a direct challenge to his authority. Jimmy Uso, still reeling from his expulsion, is torn, proud of his wife, but haunted by the family's betrayal. The locker room is divided, whispering about what's next. Naomi's choice to align with Tamina isn't just strategic, it's deeply emotional. She's reclaiming her place in a family that's sidelined her. Tamina, too, has been overlooked, her legacy as a second-generation star ignored. Together, they're rewriting the narrative, but it's a knife's edge. Every step forward risks alienating the family further. Naomi's glow hides a heart heavy with conflict, love for her husband, loyalty to her blood, and ambition for herself. The bloodline was built on unity, but unity is a myth now. Roman's vision of dominance is gone, replaced by Solo's rebellion and now Naomi's uprising. What does this mean for the family's legacy? The Anoa dynasty has produced icons, but this generation is tearing itself apart. Naomi's enforcer reveal isn't just a power play, it's a declaration that the old ways are dead. The bloodline's future hangs in the balance, and Naomi holds the scales. Fans on X are losing it. Some call Naomi a genius, turning the tables on a male-dominated faction. Others see betrayal, accusing her of fracturing the family further. Posts praising Naomi's fiery promo capture the excitement, while others question if she's gone too far. The sentiment is split, admiration for her boldness, but fear for the chaos she's unleashed. This twist has the WWE Universe talking, and they're not stopping anytime soon. Naomi's move doesn't just affect the bloodline, it shakes the women's division. Jade Cargill, humiliated by the attack, is out for blood. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, fresh off their SummerSlam triple threat, are watching closely. If Naomi's building a female bloodline, as some speculate, it could dominate Raw and SmackDown. Tamina's return adds a veteran presence, a wildcard who could mentor or destroy. The division just got a lot more dangerous. Whispers of a female bloodline are growing louder. Naomi's recent team-up with Nia Jax at live events, coupled with Tamina's return, fuels speculation. Could the Tonga twins, Koas and Kona, debut to join her? A faction with Naomi, Tamina, Nia, and the twins would be unstoppable, a mirror to the original bloodline but fiercer, hungrier. It's speculative, but the pieces are there. Naomi's not just surviving, she's building an empire. Betrayal cuts deeper when it's family. Naomi's actions at WrestleMania 41 aren't just a heel turn, they're a knife in the back of a dynasty. Roman, Solo, even Jimmy, they're all reeling, questioning where they stand. Naomi's enforcer reveal forces everyone to pick a side. The bloodline was built on blood, but blood can spill. This twist reminds us, in WWE, loyalty is fleeting, and ambition is eternal. Wainsider sources say creative is all in on Naomi's push. Triple H sees her as a cornerstone, not just of the women's division, but of the bloodline's next chapter. Tamina's return was pitched as a way to honor her legacy while elevating Naomi. But not everyone's happy. Some veterans feel the focus on Naomi overshadows other talents. The locker room's buzzing, and the politics are as intense as the in-ring action. What's next for the bloodline? Solo's faction, with Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, is volatile. Roman's return looms, a shadow over everyone. Naomi's rise could force a reckoning. Will she align with one side, or carve her own path? The SummerSlam triple threat for her title against Ripley and Sky could see more interference, maybe even the Tonga twins. The family's story is far from over, but it's never been more divided. Naomi's not a villain, nor a hero. She's a woman caught in a storm of legacy, love, and ambition. Her glow hides pain, years of being overlooked, of watching her husband suffer, of carrying the bloodline's name without its power. Tamina's her ally, her sister in arms, but even that bond could break. Naomi's playing a dangerous game, and the emotional toll is only beginning to show. Blood binds, but it also burns. The bloodline's legacy is one of triumph and tragedy, of championships and betrayals. Naomi's shocking twist at WrestleMania 41 is another chapter in a saga that's defined WWE. She's not just fighting for gold, she's fighting for her place in history. But history doesn't forgive, and neither does family. The scars of this night will linger, a reminder that blood can build an empire, or destroy it. As we close tonight's Wainsider, let's sit with this: betrayal doesn't come from enemies, it comes from those you trust most. Naomi's reveal of Tamina as her enforcer isn't just a plot twist, it's a fracture in the soul of the bloodline. The family's legacy, once unbreakable, now hangs by a thread. Trust is shattered, bonds are tested, and blood runs cold. What's next for Naomi, for the bloodline, for WWE? Stay tuned, because this story's far from over. Until next time, this is Wainsider, signing off.